So, if you were a smart cookie, you might have noticed why I messed that up. Why is there a 1-up over there? And why have you not shown that off? And I'll tell you why. It's because I never got around to it, but I'm around to it now. So, all you have to do is you have to jump off and spin, and you will actually land on that green thing. I haven't been able to pull it off recently. I don't know what my problem is. I guess I'm just off, and I haven't played this game in a long time, so maybe it's something like that, but I don't know. I can usually get it pretty consistently, or at least I could when I was a kid, so I guess growing up made me lose some of that magic touch. That sounds weird. I'm sure I can long jump it and make it a bit easier. Yeah, so I can do that. I missed the 1-up though. Doesn't really matter all that much. That's how you can do it. It's really not all that difficult. So, enough of that secret. Welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. Last time, I actually forget what I did, and there's a good reason for that this time, not just because I'm being ignorant as to what I've done. It's because I actually don't really remember, because I've done a lot more than you might have thought, and the reason for that is failed recording, and I'll explain it a bit, but first, I'm going to talk about Toy Time Galaxy and how much I love it. This is my favorite galaxy. I would say it's close to my favorite galaxy in the game. And it sucks that I have to get transparent stars for this, but it's fine. Let's start off with Heavy Metal Mecha Bowser. Fun fact, this really doesn't look like Bowser that much. I can kind of see it. There's a shell, there is a kind of a necklace around with spikes, but it's not that Bowser-esque, I'm gonna be honest. But anyway, if you haven't noticed, it's called Toy Time Galaxy, and there are toys. Also, there are gear modes to boots. Get it? Gears in toys? Ha. It's not that funny. Anyway, welcome to Toy Time Galaxy. We Gearmos are in charge of upkeep and maintenance here. Right here are toy trains. You don't actually have to ride on these. This is the tracks that these trains are actually going on are solid. It's not like if you jump off you'll fall through, and it's not as if the toy tracks are very difficult to land on. They're really just a thick slab, and you can, just backflip, wall jump, and then spin, which is really easy, just to get up higher. This is apparently, fun fact, a Mecha Koopa. And it's a really weird looking one, but apparently it's a Mecha Koopa, so that's definitely interesting. Oh, I almost fell off right there. That's a 1-up that makes up for my failure in the beginning of this episode. There's another Gearmo. Our friends are trapped over there. Oh, that sucks. Well, so right here, you might have noticed that there's this strangely tiled platform, and the reason for that is, that's right, a gravity mechanic. And the thing that really makes this mechanic fit this galaxy really well is, as you can see, while I'm stepping on the green and the blue platforms, I'm not getting taken onto that gravity, but this yellow block, if I go into it, I actually get forced onto that gravity. So guess what? The blocks actually show you exactly where you want to step and where you don't want to step, which is fantastic. I'm actually going to fall down here because there is a life mushroom over here. It's pretty obvious that you can go over there because of the coins. I think it would have been cooler if they just didn't put that. But hey, that's just my opinion. I probably would have never found it if they didn't do that, so I guess I shouldn't be saying that. These are sentries. I didn't think a Mario enemy would have that weird of a name. So, I don't know. It's special. Very, very special. They never appear in any other games, so they're just Mario Galaxy exclusive. I don't believe are they in Mario Galaxy 2? I don't remember them in Galaxy 2. So usually I would have to actually get down and check out the other area before I actually moved on. But hey, if you long jump, you can actually just skip over kind of just some backtracking. It's nothing special. It's not like I showed you the skip of all skips, but hey. So right here, sadly I won't be able to show off the bio, or I shouldn't say bio, but the information about this power-up, but this is Spring Mario, a power-up that, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't like all that much. That's why whenever I use it, I'm going to be a little bit negative. Controlling this guy is hard, so getting these items that are really high up is pretty difficult, and especially maneuvering around. That was a little bit close. I actually was not in full control there. Anyway, maneuvering around the Mecha Koopas is a massive pain. in this area with Spring Mario, and I can't stand it. I really cannot stand it, and it doesn't get better from here. There's a boss which uses it, and it's really annoying. The controls just aren't up to snuff. They're terrible, and it makes sense. You can jump really high, so there has to be like some downside, right? But it's too much. It's a little bit too much. I think this is just items, right? I'm gonna get like a 1-up from this or something. Nothing special. Nothing I'm too interested in either. See if I can get back there. No, okay. I was hoping I could kind of goof that a little bit. Goof it? Goof it? MacGyver it, I think, is a better word for that. There we go. Star bits. That's not a 1-up, but, well, it technically is, because I just got a 1-up from getting 50 star bits, but not all that special, but it's not bad either. Also, something to note is Spring Mario's movement midair is god-awful, which is terrible for a platforming game, because if your movement isn't good midair, you can't really make any changes or fix some projectile issues if you just mess up a little bit and you're like, wow, I probably shouldn't have done that. Let me see if I can move in the air to fix that issue that I just had. It's like, oh no, you really can't. You can't move backwards. Forwards isn't that hard to move, but just like moving left or right or backwards is pretty difficult. Actually, is doing left difficult? Yeah, moving from side to side is hard. And the only time you'll really start moving is when you're out of the arc. So something I don't understand about this galaxy is the food-based stuff. Because it really doesn't make all that much sense, in all honesty. And I guess I can kind of understand because, oh, kids like food, but, Anyway, welcome to Mecha Bowser. This area isn't actually, what was I about to say? I almost said, isn't actually all that special. That's not true. It's very special. What this area actually does is it shows off all the mechanics that we've been messing with up until this point. I'm actually going to save the upper for later. I'll be right back for that. Anyway, yeah, it shows off all the interesting mechanics that we've been messing with this far, and it just culminates it all into one final, I don't want to say boss fight because it's not a boss fight, but one final activity, mission, end of mission, I don't know, something. So really what you're trying to do with this boss, not boss, I shouldn't say boss, what you're trying to do with this section is you're trying to destroy Mecha Bowser, and the way you do that is, well, up here, let me see, should be right up here, yeah, right here. If you spin on this, then Mecha Bowser's arm is falling off. You want to destroy him by unhinging these tiny little nails they have, or he has. Really, you don't do it all that much. The most you do it is with his arm, and then you just ground pound into his head up there. So it's really not done all that much, which is kind of sad, because I think it's an interesting concept, but hey, whatever, right? So there are the Gearmos, and, oh, that was close. This is the end, Mecha Bowser. It's been fun. I messed it up. Gone. There we go. Something interesting to note, actually, when you ground pound in it, if you looked closely, you could actually see Mario's shadow. Like, if you're behind something, it shows the outline of Mario with like it's filled in like a gray. If you actually looked closely, Mario just went shooting through that guy. I think he like disappeared halfway through, but it was like he was going really fast through Mecha Bowser. And first recording of this that failed, I was like, oh, I don't know really how that works. Maybe he's just stabbing the pillar through his head. But now that I actually saw that, no, Mario just straight up shot through that man. Which would kind of make sense because he ended up on the bottom, which is understandable now that I saw that shadow. Anyway, only 2 more missions to complete in this galaxy. There's a secret star. It is a Hungry Luma, and I don't know if I necessarily want to do it. I don't do it with any of the other galaxies, and I don't really want to give Toy Time Galaxy too much special attention, but I'm not gonna end up doing it. I don't really remember exactly what it is, but I don't think it's all that interesting. Anyway, what you saw right there wasn't actually just something for nostalgia. That Mario in the background, that Pixel Mario actually does have, do people call it Pixel Mario or 8-bit Mario? I don't know. That Mario in the background from the good olden days actually has a purpose. But before we do that, before we get to talking about that, we have star chips to collect just like usual. Great, I jumped into that beam. I am a smart boy. Pardon me if my commentary is a bit off. I'm not necessarily, I don't want to say I'm not in the mood to record, because that's not true. I definitely am in the mood to record, but I just haven't been able to record this game for about a week, and I haven't been able to record anything for about a week, let alone do practice commentating, which is something, I know it sounds weird, but I do talk to myself, which, again, sounds weird, on a decently regular basis, just so I can not lose the touch. But I've been staying in a hotel room with a bunch of people recently, and so obviously I haven't had the best time at recording. I haven't been able to record, I guess is a better way of saying that. And I also haven't been able to talk to myself, which again, sounds weird, but it's not. It's just something that happens a lot. It could also be, I just woke up 5 minutes ago or something dumb like that. I was like, I should probably record, and I decided to do it, so. Anyway, this is Pixel Mario. There are platforms that disappear and flip when you actually walk on them. This isn't that hard, comparatively to another mission that we're not going to be seeing down the line. On the back of this Mario, there's actually a Pixel Luigi, and it is a 100 purple coins mission, and it sucks. Also, it's not just lava that's sitting there, it is actually poison. So guess what? One mess up and you're not just bouncing around a Pixel Luigi, no, you're drowning in poison. So it's not necessarily the most fun mission. This is easy though, because really you don't have to predict what pathways you're going to use to get all the purple coins. You have to predict what pathways you're going to use to get the silver stars, which there aren't really that many. Only 5 of them. Jesus, only 5 of them. Which is much better than 100 purple coins, so I'm not complaining. That's the second mission down, and finally we're going to be finishing up Toy Time Galaxy. This went a bit faster than the last episode. I think it took like 20 so minutes last time, though I shouldn't jinx myself because knowing me, I'm probably going to mess this up somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. So without further ado, let's do Bouncing Down Cave Lane. Again, with the food, I don't necessarily understand the best. I know, again, kids like food, but I feel like it's not sanitary to have food and toys that toddlers touch, because I love toddlers. Not really. I mean, they're kind of annoying on occasion, right? But I have no idea where they've been. So, like, you could be the coolest toddler in the world, and I'd be like, wow, you're quite the homeboy. And I just wouldn't want your filthy toys to get anywhere close to my food, because I have no idea where you've been. So, go play elsewhere, thanks. So right here, Spring Mario can't necessarily... Can he... Wait, hold on, what? He can grab onto... Okay, Spring Mario... That's a very bad voice crack. Spring Mario can grab onto ledges. I keep screwing this up. He can grab onto ledges, but he can't wall jump. Okay. So Spring Mario can't wall jump, but apparently he can stick his fingers out and just grab onto ledges, pulling himself up with his immense finger strength, which makes no sense at all, but okay. This right here, you don't actually have to grab it. Right down there is where you're supposed to go, but if you want star bits like I do, you're gonna have to grab it. The best way to get this is by hopping onto these chocolate bars, which don't actually change ever. There's no change in shape, and they happen pretty frequently. It's not as if they're a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. I think I can get it, yeah, I can get it without actually having to jump on them, but I find myself getting it easier when I hop on the chocolate. Then again, that could be wrong, because both times I recorded this, I kept messing it up, and I didn't get to the chocolate, and I just didn't use the chocolate at all. I think that, since I've already recorded this and tried this out, or not tried this out, oh, hold on. Because I've already done this section in a previous recording, I want to see if I can cheat it. This cake is just moving around in a circle, or it's just tilting and turning, and I don't necessarily know how to make sense. But anyway, I was taking up a bit too much time, so I decided against it. But I was wondering if I could actually jump off that green fork and actually skip this section entirely, because that white chocolate doesn't go up all that far, in all honesty. So I was wondering if I could just do Spring Mario to my advantage, but his mobility in the air isn't all that great. This, I love. Ice cream, this music, it just goes together so well. I wonder, I don't think I've ever done this. Is there something up here? No. Oh wait, no, there's a item box up here. Interesting. Anyway, I love the fact that they make poles at the ends of the popsicles. It's just such an interesting idea. And I don't know, something about something as childish and kid-friendly as ice cream being used in the same aesthetic as this music. It's just, I don't know, interesting and kind of creepy, to be honest. So obviously with ice cream, there's actual ice. This is a bit awkward. It's really not terrible, but it is kind of somewhat strange. You don't have to avoid these enemies, you can just wait for them and jump on them. But it is kind of difficult to platform on those small sections. I've died, I think, previous recording, which I know I keep talking about it, and I should just forget about that recording. The point is, I died there, actually. Instead of just completely skipping over a lot of the platforms, I ended up accidentally shaking, which made me ice skate, which in the end made me lose a life. So try not to ice skate on sections like that. It's not the smartest idea. Right over there, there's a little freeze, which is such a jerk move. Or is it a little freeze or a little burr? I think it's a little freeze. Little freeze or something like that. Little burr? It's a little burr? No, I think it's a little burr. I'm pretty sure it's a little burr. Anyway, they stick it right there, and that's so mean. That's such a jerk move. Because, sure, you're going to get a life mushroom, but you're also going to get frozen by that guy first. Right over there, there's a warp pipe. All it does is take you to a little section. Did I say all? I did not pronounce that right, but all it does is take you to a little extra area, which, honestly, isn't that important. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna kill these Mecha Koopas real quick, just because they're gonna get in the way. And I don't really want that. So, right here is kind of an interesting mechanic, which I don't know how they tell you to do it. Does this toad tell you how to do it? Cake! Okay, never mind. He doesn't. What you want to do is you actually want to blow out these candles with your spin. Do you tell me how to do it? I tried to blow out all the candles with a big huff and puff, but it didn't go out. Yeah, so he tells you how to do it. All honesty, if you didn't talk to the toads, it would be kind of cryptic, though if you do actually blow it out, or blow out one of the candles, it makes like a triumphant, "Oh, yeah, you did it" sound. So it shouldn't be too hard to figure out that you have to blow out the candles to actually progress. It's not all that hard, but right here, under Grunt Gunner, I think is his name. The point is, we're fighting a boss again that we've already seen, this time with a bit of a different mechanic. Before he was shooting water. Now, well, that doesn't look like water to me. It looks like electricity, which is just the slightest bit more deadly. Just a little bit. Not much, but no, this actually sucks. This boss is... If I'm being perfectly honest, I hate it. I really am not a fan of this boss, because he can so easily get you into, and you're probably going to say, oh, get good, but, which is a word I haven't, or a phrase I haven't used in quite some time, but he can get you into this I don't want to say phase. He can combo you really easily with these electric balls, and they follow you, which is just so annoying. Once you've actually gotten out of the combo that he can do to you, it's really not all that hard to hop onto him because he doesn't have a very difficult to avoid way of throwing you off immediately. Right here, I'm hoping he'll do it so I can show it off. He'll actually just shock himself, so if you try to go for him immediately, it won't work out. But if you wait for him to shock himself and then you land on him afterwards, you'll have enough time to hop on him. I had a lot less problems with that boss as I did the time before, again, the previous recording. But I shouldn't talk about that again, though it's the end, so I don't think it matters all that much. I've been talking about it the entire time. If you hopped up before with the undergrunt gunner still there, you could have actually gotten the 1-up mushroom, but hey, guess what I didn't do? But anyway, that's the last star that I'm going to be getting from Toy Time Galaxy. Again, there is a Hungry Luma, and you can grab that if you want. For me, I'm not interested. But next time on Super Mario Galaxy, I actually do know what I'm going to be doing, because that recording didn't fail. Next time, I'm going to be recording. Shouldn't say recording. Next time, I'm so sorry for this terrible commentary, but next time I'm going to be doing a few extra stars, which I've kind of put off. So until next time.